Hello everyone, my name is Muhamad Amirul and Muhammad Pohzi. My matric number is 147978 and I am a second year student from School of Educational Studies. Today I want to talk about one of the learning theories, that is Constructivism Theory. As a teacher, I will prefer to use Constructivism Theory as my learning style. First of all, in this slide, I want to talk about introduction for Constructivism Theory. In my opinion, Constructivism is an active and dynamic learning process that can develop individual skills. It means that an individual will build knowledge by his own effort instead of being influenced by others. So, through the use of this theory in learning process, it can teach students to build new concepts or new knowledge based on their own experience. This constructivism theory was adopted by some of famous figures such as Jean Piaget, Jerome Bruner, Lev Vygotsky, John Dewey, and Simon Peppers. According to this figure, this theory is applied when someone are faced with something unknown, so they want to understand it, or we call curiosity about new things. So based on this theory, the knowledge is created from experience and produce new input received through the sense as a result of perception. So that means the new knowledge is constructed from the modification of existing idea with new input through the process of assimilation and process of accommodation in the schema. So for this slide, I want to share about how constructivism theory will be applied in learning process. In this theory, learning is not a process of memorizing information, but the learning of a student must begin with issues closely related to the interest and curiosity of students that can attract students. So as a teacher, I need to be a facilitator in assisting the process by using teaching strategies and methods that encourage students to make analysis, interpretation, and self-prediction. For example, I can ask open-ended questions to my students and often have group discussion among students. So this shows that this theory works when the students have to develop knowledge on their own through experience, social interaction, and also their environment. Next, as a teacher, I will emphasize reasoning and the use of common sense logic to be actively applied in my learning process. But to be successful in this process, students need to be aware that the knowledge or information it contains is not compatible with the new description. So the student needs to be motivated and strive to receive the new information and analyze whether to accept it or not. Next, I will also make reform in terms of the use of teaching aids. So I will use a variety of interesting teaching aids to help my students in their self-learning process to more quickly master their new knowledge. For example, I will change my learning style from chalk and talk method to use ICT, such as using LCD, using projector, and so on. So from question, this theory of constructivism strongly emphasizes that learning is an active and dynamic process. That means that students can build new knowledge based on their experience that they have gained before. But for me, this theory is very suitable to be applied during the learning and teaching process, especially to build progress in students. So that's all for me. Thank you.